Hey guys, my name is Julian Bernard, and when I plugged into the concept you're about to take a look at the time I was working as a manager at T-Mobile. I was working 6 days a week, I was working every single weekend, and I just got to the point where I was fed up with my situation because I felt like I was overworked and underpaid. Not only did I not have the time freedom to do the things I wanted to do, I also was living check to check. And the concept you're about to take a look at again, it allowed me to generate over a six-figure income with this within the last 12 months. So this is a snapshot right here of our co-founders, Mike Asquith and Wayne Nugent, and our company is highly legitimate. We're part of the Inc. 5000, top 1,000 out of the 5,000, part of the top 100 direct selling companies. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ernst & Young, but they own the number 2 privately held auditing firm in the world. They audit companies for a living, and our owners were runners-up for the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year award. We've also been featured in multiple magazine publications. But the membership that we offer is called Dream Trips Life. And what we are is an invite-only wholesale travel club. So just like a Sam's Club or Costco, we buy in bulk, but instead of us buying ketchup or Skittles, we do it with vacations. So we buy vacations in bulk. By doing so, it drives the price down to wholesale and below wholesale price when you travel. We also have a nonprofit side of our organization called the World Ventures Foundation. So we'll go to third world countries. We help build bottle schools for children, provide clean drinking water for villages as well. And this part of our program was featured in Oprah magazine, which is huge because she's not going to put her stamp of approval on anything that's not legitimate, and everything that she touches pretty much turns into gold. We do over 40 major sporting events, Super Bowl, Masters, U.S. Open. I had a chance to be able to indulge in a few of these events the last year. This is myself and a couple of my friends down at the NBA Finals in Miami, had floor seats at that game, was able to attend the NCAA Final Four championship game as well, had a blast doing that. But we had our own race car in the Daytona 500. This is huge because when you see those big name sponsors on those cars like Home Depot, McDonald's, we had our own car too. But now I'm going to run through a couple of examples of some vacations that we offer, and they're all jaw-dropping prices. This is going to Jamaica Golf and Spa, 4 days, 3 nights staying at the Ritz-Carlton. Now, you guys know the Ritz-Carlton is very expensive no matter where you're at in the world, and this is just $347 a person, and it's premium all-inclusive. So all you can eat, all you can drink, and again, all you can drink, and it's just $347. So the best price online was through Expedia is $1,717 for 2 people. Our price, only $694. That's over $1,000 off the best online price. What about Riviera Maya, Mexico? 4 days, 3 nights, staying at a 4-star all-inclusive for just $200 a person. Paris, France, 4 days, 3 nights at a 4-star hotel, $339 a person. Now, on all these vacations, you're going to save anywhere between 25 to 75% off, and they're all 4 and 5-star everything. So I know the Motel 6 will keep the light on for you, but when we travel, it's definitely top of the line everything. Las Vegas, Nevada, 5 days, 4 nights, staying at the Luxor, only $193 a person. It also includes a VIP entertainment pass, which you get 1 show and dinner for 2. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, 8 days, 7 nights at a 5-star all-inclusive for just $416 a person. I was personally on this trip to Cancun, 5 days, 4 nights at the 5-star Moon Palace, $549 a person, but then they also threw in a $750 resort credit. With that resort credit, I was able to do all different types of excursions. So I rode 4-wheelers through the jungle. I did zip lining for the first time. Did swimming with dolphins. Did swimming with sharks. I passed on that deal. But this is a snapshot of us on that trip because once a year, we do something called the Mega Dream Trip. We go buy out an entire resort. We have all of our members come and take that resort over. So this snapshot was actually placed on Times Square because we broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the most people in a vacation club at one resort at the same time. We also have cruise specials every month for as low as $69 a person. Now, it doesn't include your port fees and taxes, so you're spending between $150 to $200, but you're in the cabin next to somebody who could have easily spent $500 or more. This is myself, my mother, and my aunt went on one of those cruises to Cozumel. It was for 4 days on the Royal Caribbean. They have fine dining every night, unlimited steak and lobster. So I ate my $69 worth my first 10 minutes on the ship. It was well worth it. But you also get the Dream Price Promise. We guarantee you the best price on any trip that you take with us. So if you book a trip through this vacation club, you find one for cheaper within 7 business days anywhere else, our company will actually refund the money you spent on the trip and send you on the trip for free. You get a global hideaway section as well. Access to thousands of different vacation rental properties all over the world. Condos, villas, and homes. Instead of you spend that lump sum, you only spend on the week you want to go. Average, just $400 to $700 for the entire week. Here's an example. Going on a family vacation to Florida, it's 2 bedrooms and it sleeps 6 with a kitchen. Just $300 for the entire week. Going to St. Martin in the Caribbean, 2 bedrooms, sleep 6. $400 for the entire week. I did one of these at St. Thomas, had a 2-bedroom villa, upstairs and downstairs. I only spent $500 for the entire week. I've been on a lot of these different vacations. They've been the best vacations I've been on in my life. Been having a ball with this program. But you also get your own booking engine, just like a Cheap Tickets or Expedia, except this is way better because what it does is it searches all the different websites at one time. By doing that, it gives you the best online price. So our booking engine is called Rovia, and Rovia has beat out every other booking engine in the last 2 years in a row for having the #1 booking engine in the world. Because we actually guarantee you a lot of different things. We guarantee the best price on your flight or hotel. So if you book a flight or hotel through your website and find one for cheaper within 24 hours anywhere else, our company will match the difference by 150% of the difference. We also have a technology that nobody else has. It's called Rate Shrinker. It will search from the day you book your flight or hotel until the day you leave for a cheaper price. If they find a cheaper price, they're going to automatically refund that money right back to your card. But we understand you can't save money every single day vacationing because most people can't take a vacation every single day. But there's things that you do daily that you can save money on. Like when you go out to eat, bowling, movie tickets, amusement parks, getting oil change, dry cleaning, gym memberships, stuff you do on a daily basis. You actually have your own application as well, so you have access to those savings right on your phone. You get an online shopping mall as well. Access to over 900 different stores online. When you shop through these different portals, you can save up to 50% off by doing so, and they're going to kick you back travel dollars on top of that. A lot of stores you already shop at, Best Buy, Macy's, Nordstrom's. Last but not least, you get the concierge service, your own 24-hour personal assistant. They'll do literally whatever you want. Driving directions, dinner reservations, wake-up calls. They will check you on your flight. Whatever you want, they're at your disposal 24 hours a day. Same exact service they give people with the black card. But to have a black card, you have to have $1 million credit limit. Mine is nowhere near that, but I personally abuse this service myself. So when I saw everything this membership included for the first time, everything looked good. But the question was, how much money was it going to cost me? How many thousands of dollars would something like this cost me? When I saw it was just a one-time fee of $200, you spend that once, you never pay it again. It covers yourself, your spouse, and your children under the age of 18. And you can take one person with you that's not a member. They get the same exact rate that you get. And then it's $55 a month, like having a gym membership to maintain. But the cool thing is we have something called Refer 4, Pay No More. So if you just refer this membership to just 4 people, you then no longer have a monthly fee. You have a lifetime membership to travel wholesale instead of retail. But it gets better than that because we have the Dream Trips Rewards program. So as soon as you spend that $200, that $200 turns into a credit to go towards your first vacation with. The $54.99 accumulates in a separate account. After a year of you being active, all that money turns into rewards points as well, where from the day you join, now you have $660 as rewards point to go towards vacations a year later. On top of that, for each person you personally refer this to, they're going to give you 100 rewards points per person, and these are dollar for dollar. So let's say you're going on a trip that costs you $300, and then they tell you you can use 100 rewards points. What's going to happen is they're just going to subtract that $100 from the 300, and now you only spend 200 instead of 3. This is just showing the credibility right here. Quicken Loans, they offer all their employees our membership just so they can save money when they travel. Oak University, they do the same exact thing as well, along with a ton of other companies. So the first part I just got through going through was strictly our membership. I'm sure everybody saw where they could save some money in that first part. But now I'm going to switch gears. But first of all, this is a quote, and it says, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel only read one page." But I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you guys are actually open to the idea of earning additional income outside of what you're currently doing today? Hopefully everybody. Because I asked everybody what their plan B is. We have a plan B on a lot of different things. You have car insurance in case something happens to your car. You have insurance on your phone in case you drop it. But how many of you guys have a backup plan on your income? Every time I ask that question, I usually hear crickets. But the reason for that is we're only taught to rely on one stream of income, which is a job. What happens if you get laid off or you get fired unexpectedly? You then can't pay for your bills. So it makes sense to have some type of security blanket or plan B. But these are all different forms of social networking companies. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they all grew through word of mouth. One person telling another, but these are some of the fastest growing companies in the world today. They didn't do any advertisement through TV or radio. If you look at Nike spends hundreds of millions of dollars a year on advertisement. That's how they were able to give LeBron James a $99 million shoe contract coming straight out of high school. So our company spends $0 on advertisement. They just use us to do the advertising for them, and then they pay us for that. So this gentleman right here, his name is Mark Zuckerberg, and he's the creator of Facebook. But who built Facebook? Was it him or was it us? It was us. We told a friend that told a friend that told a friend, and now Mark Zuckerberg's laughing all the way to the bank because he's the youngest billionaire in the world, worth over $21 billion and counting. Now, I got a couple thousand friends on Facebook and Instagram apiece, but I'm still waiting on Marky Mark to cut me a check. But that's not going to happen. The good news is we pay you for your network. Now, very, very wealthy people believe in this industry. If you look at Donald Trump has over 400 different streams of income. The average millionaire has 7. So it makes sense for us to at least have 2 or 3. He also owns 3 different network marketing companies. Warren Buffett, last year he made an average of $37 million per day. But he said the number one, and he actually owns over 2,000 different companies. But he said the number one investment he's ever made is a network marketing company called the Pampered Chef. So that's showing you that these billionaires believe in this industry. So to become a representative with this, which means you're allowed to refer this membership to other people and earn commissions off of doing so, it's just $99 one time. You spend it once, you never pay it again, and $11 a month to maintain. So you're spending $111 to get a piece of the largest industry in the world, an over $8 trillion industry, and you're starting up your own business. Because with this, you don't work for World Ventures, you're an independent representative of World Ventures, which gives you access to tax write-offs. So Warren Buffett, he's a billionaire, but he said last year his secretary spent more money on taxes than he did. But also you get a system set up in place for you to be successful. You get your own website. Friends and family can click on number 2 and see a full presentation like you're seeing here today. If they like what they see, they click sign up right on your website. You also get a DVD with multiple different presentations on it. You can write for whoever you're showing a DVD to, or you can invite somebody to take a look at this link like you're doing right now, or invite them out to a presentation. So all you have to do to be successful with this is become a professional inviter. Just invite somebody to see this information, and the sky's the limit from there. So the role as a customer and a representative, you're looking at $366, $1 a day to be able to travel wholesale versus retail and to gain from everything else as well. If you're 18 to 25, it's $286 if you want everything you saw. If you only want to travel and make money and you're between 18 to 25, it's only $153. We understand only 24% of college students are graduating with a job in their field right away. Most of them end up back at home with their parents and with a whole lot of debt. But that's how you spend your money. Now I want to show you how to make it back. If you just refer this to 6 people within your first month, you've already made $450 cash, and now you have $800 towards taking vacations with. But then we have this Wings and Wheels promotion. And this is what can allow you to be able to drive a silver BMW paid for by the company. And you can do it in your very first month. How do you do it? If just as few as 12 people join your organization within any 1 month, it can be as simple as you shared it with 5 people. Those 5 people shared it with 1 or 2 people, and it turned into 12. You become card qualified, where the company's going to start cutting you a check for $300 a month towards your card note. Now you have to maintain that volume coming in, but the larger your team gets, the easier it gets to hit it. If those same 12 people that following month come in and bring in just 1 person each the following month, you become card qualified again. But the more people that come in, the larger that check gets. If 20 or more people join your organization within that month, you can go from having $300 all the way up to $900 a month for your car note. So you can either pocket the money or you can get the car. A lot of us are actually getting the car because it is marketing for our business. But this is one of the main ways we get paid is we have a 2-team system. You get a left team and you get a right team, almost like having a left arm and a right arm. Now, whenever 3 new people join your left team and 3 new people join your right team, the company's going to give you what they call a cycle bonus. And that means that they just cut you a check for $100 every single time that happens. Your first 2 months, they're going to double that. They're going to give you $200 instead of $100 because they want you to get your money back right away. Then we have residual income. Once your team goes to just 30 people on the left side and 30 on the right, that's the first residual rank. It's called senior rep. At that level, they're cutting you a check between $200 to $500 on average every single month residually on the 15. The larger your team grows, the larger your check gets. If it's 90 on the left, 90 on the right, it's the next rank. It's called director. At that level, they're cutting you a check between $900 to $1,500 coming in every month on the 15th. And that can continue to grow and grow and grow. And with this concept, we're in all 50 states. We're also in 29 different countries. So it's not just growing in your backyard. It's growing globally. But all companies go through 4 phases of growth, and timing is everything when it comes to business. Formulation, concentration, momentum, and stability. In formulation, 90% of companies that start up, they fail in their first year, in the first few years of existence. Those are companies you don't want to get involved in because there's a high chance they'll fail. Stability, those are the giants in the industry, like in Mary Kay, Avon, Amway. Awesome companies, multi-million-dollar companies, but the market's already saturated. Everybody already knows about it, so it's harder to make a lot of money in a company like that, in that phase. You want to catch a company at concentration and pre-momentum. That's exactly where our company is today. In 2011, we did $95 million. In 2012, we doubled that number. 2013 and 2014 have been record-breaking months after months after months. That means each month has been better than the previous, but it's still ground floor overall. We're in all 50 states. We're in 27 different countries. And there's a little less than 500,000 people in the entire company. So whenever you get involved in something this big, this early in the game, you can make as much money as you want to match with the right effort. But this is the most important slide of the night. It's really just locking in your spot. Because unlike most companies, with this, you don't only benefit from people beneath you, you benefit from people above you as well. So you probably want to thank the person that invited you here to see this information because they're sharing it with you before they share it with all the rest of their family and their friends, and you benefit from seeing it first. So let's say you like everything you see, you lock in the very next available spot on your friend's team. What's going to happen is they're not going to stop with you. Let's say they go and share with one of their good friends named Chris. Chris, over the next 12 months, he gets very excited. He grows a team of over 1,000 people. What does that mean for you? Just because you made a decision to lock in before Chris did, you now benefit from all 1,000 people Chris brought into his organization. Chris's 1,000 is now your 1,000 as well. You get paid off of all of them. But let's do another example. Let's say you want to think about it. While you're thinking about it, your friend's going to continue to go share this with other people. What do you know? They still go share with Chris. Chris grows a team of 1,000 people. At this point, you see your friend and Chris' life change. They went from driving what they're driving to driving paid for BMWs, making good money. You're like, all right, go ahead, lock me in. It must work. But you don't get locked in above Chris anymore. You get placed on the opposite side. So you just missed out on 1,000 customers, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and you're not feeling too hot at that point. You're probably looking like this grown man. You might be shedding a tear or two. But with this, there's no guarantees regarding your income. You get out of it what you put into it, just like a gym membership. If you get a gym membership, you don't actually go work out, you cannot call it an elliptical scheme. I mean, you should not do the work to see the results. But this is our income disclosure statement. It shows the type of money you can make at different levels with this company. And on the left side, it shows you how many people it takes to hit these different ranks. For senior rep, 30 people on the left side and 30 on the right. The average income is close to $7,000 a year coming to your household. On the high end, over $115,000. At the director level, the average income is $23,000 a year. On the high end, close to $125,000 a year. At the marketing director level, average income $57,000 a year. On the high end, $227,000 a year. I actually have two different positions at that marketing director level. I'm going to talk about somebody here in a second that's at the international marketing director level. Average income is $564,000 a year. On the high end, is close to $2 million. So when I saw this, I got very excited because it didn't matter how much overtime I clocked or how hard I worked. I would never have a chance to make this type of money working as a manager at T-Mobile. But if you look at the bottom level of the company, it takes 3,000 people to hit the bottom level of the company. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but let's just look at the power of one. Let's say you just came in your first month, you brought in one person, and that trend continued month after month. At the end of 6 months, there's 64 people in your organization. At the end of a year, you have over 4,000 people in your organization. Now you've hit that bottom level of the company where you're anywhere between $500,000 a year all the way up to $2 million a year. So now I'm just going to run through a couple of people having some success with this. This is Nate Stallworth out in Cleveland, Ohio. Worked at Lincoln Power Electric, which is a good company, making over $100,000 a year. But Nate got hurt on the job, got placed on disability. Eventually, he got cleared off of disability, but they didn't offer him his old job back. They offered him a job being a janitor or a cook instead. The good news is he had a plan B with this company. He qualified for his car within his very first month. He's got a $750 paid for by the company, and now he's the #1 income earner in the entire city of Cleveland. He's at that marketing director level. This is Hadiatu Dumbuya, and I met her when I was living in Cincinnati, Ohio. She was there because she was getting ready to donate her kidney to her brother. She liked what she saw. She locked in. We went back to Michigan, shared it with some of her family and her friends. She had to go back to Cincinnati to donate her kidney to her brother. But while she was in the hospital, she was receiving checks from this company because I was working with her team. That's when she got her first taste of what leverage income really was, because by trade, she does PR and marketing for professional athletes. And she said, Julian, if I'm not able to work, I'm not able to get paid. With this, she saw a way she could make money while she's not even physically there. So she put more time into it. That's her X3 that's paid for by the company. She's also qualified for a second car. So just bought her mom a brand new 5 Series, getting ready to retire her mom within the next year. And she's at that marketing director level as well. She's the #2 income earner in the entire state of Michigan. This is David Hegelson, chiropractor. Was going to school to be a chiropractor. While in school, he generated over a 6-figure income with this concept. He just graduated 2 months ago. Instead of him graduating with a ton of debt, he was able to graduate debt-free. This is a good friend of mine, Dwayne Lodge. Used to work at Lowe's and Kohl's at the same time. He wasn't even making $1,000 a month, and he was living on his mom's couch. But because of this concept, now he's a 6-figure earner as well. He's at the level where he can clear over $300,000 a year at. Troy Brown, anesthesiologist. I mean, successful people get this as well. Troy got paid big-time money being a doctor, but he had no time freedom. He was on call 24 hours a day. Now he's the #1 income earner in the entire company, making over $2 million a year. So Andre Fluellen plays for the Detroit Lions. Jared Sullinger plays for the Boston Celtics right now. He makes millions of dollars a year, but he said he knows his knees won't last forever, but residual income will. This was the Beamer Bash only 3 months after the promotion came out. Over 1.5 miles long of silver BMWs paid for by the company. Right here is a snapshot of myself and my mother. And we got recognized in front of over 10,000 people not too long ago for earning over 6 figures with this concept within a 12-month period. And this is my mother, Dr. Patricia Bernard. And she worked for the Department of Defense for the government for over 30 years, owned her own real estate company, was going to school to get her PhD, which she got, even though she didn't get a raise once she got it. And she was raising 3 boys all by herself. Extremely successful, but extremely busy as well. She's ready to just start living her life again. Because of this concept, I was able to help my mother retire 7 years early from the government. And now this is her X6 paid for by the company. She has a beautiful home out in Tampa, Florida. This is myself. Like I said, guys, I was working as a manager at T-Mobile. I was working a ton of hours. I definitely wasn't making the type of money I should have been for the hours I was putting in. Had my aunt stalking me on my job, telling me I was crazy for not working this business because she was having a lot of success with it. So I plugged in a little over 2.5 years ago. Within my first month working the business, qualified for the BMW car bonus. So right now, driving the 750 Li, completely paid for by the company. It took me 4 months doing this part-time to be able to replace my income. I used to have to beg to get 1 weekend off a year. And now I've been on over 30 trips in the last year that I haven't had to pay for, and they're all done through the travel bonus program. I used to make about $35,000 a year working as a manager. Right now, I make more money in 2 months doing this than I used to make an entire year working for somebody else, and I have the time freedom at the same time. This is one of my mentors, Carlos Rogers. Saw us at the age of 23, was making $28,000 a year. It took him 1 year to replace his income. Right now, he's 31 years old. He's making an average of about $50,000 a month. Last but not least is my aunt, Gail Spears. She's the #1 income earner in the entire state of Ohio. Was a corporate manager for GM for 33 years. Her husband for 42 years. They both retired from GM. They'll tell you they did everything they were taught to do. Go to school, get good grades, get a good job, retire, start living your life again. But GM did them a favor and cut their pensions by 40% apiece. Discontinued their health insurance and discontinued their life insurance as well. But within 1 year of her working this business, she passed her 33-year pension. Would you rather do 1 year or 33? Right now, she's at the top level of the company, international marketing director, where the average income is between $500,000 all the way up to $2 million a year. But then they give you $1,500 a month to drive whatever car you want and $3,000 a month for the mortgage of your home. So just to recap real quick, guys, the membership itself is $200 one time, $55 a month. Become a representative is $100 one time. It's $11 a month. To go all in, you're looking at $366. You refer 4 people, you no longer have a monthly fee. You refer to 6 in your first month, you've already made $450 cash. You have $800 towards taking vacations with, a value of $1,250. But at the end of the day, what this can give you guys is freedom. Time freedom and money freedom at the same time. That's my true definition of what wealth really is. Because most people either have one or the other. Whole lot of time, no money, or a whole lot of money and no time. Floyd Mayweather says it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you don't have any freedom, you might as well be broke. So the person that invited you here is not trying to twist your arm and make you do anything. It's either something you want to do or you don't want to do. So just get back to that person. Just let them know that you're ready to get started. And thank you guys for coming out and have a blessed day.